Hey, second time recording this. Audio got a little schwacked on the first one, hoping that we've fixed it. But this is my first, video journal entry, whatever you want to call it. I'm uploading this on a alternate channel that is really just for me to be able to go back and look at the progress that I've made on my martial arts journey. So, just some baseline stuff before I get started. I'm 29 years old, gonna be 30 this year, and I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. A little bit over 200 pounds, and I've practiced Aikido for, I guess 6 years now. Before that, a little bit of athletics in high school, but nothing too crazy. And what I'm talking about here and what this is really a journal for me for is for my Jiu Jitsu journey. So I enrolled in the Gracie Combatives class for Jiu Jitsu back in June. It is the last day of July 2025 right now. So it's been over a month that I've been training, and I've gone to somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 classes. I've done a couple repeat classes. For those that are familiar with the Gracie Combatives Program, it's 34 courses of different jiu-jitsu movements, basic movements, and scenarios that you'll find yourself in a grappling fight. So yeah, where am I at? What am I thinking about? How's it going? It's going well, I would say. So far, so good. I'm having a lot of fun, learning new and different techniques, learning, some takedowns, learning, the clinches, and, learning the different positions. It's been a good time. I am starting to get to the point where I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. Like if someone says we're going to start from, X position, a little bit more comfortable getting into that position, which is great, in my opinion, because with Aikido, that took quite a while. And even now, if I take time away from Aikido and then come back, it still takes a minute to get back up to speed. So, feeling pretty good there. I'm also just working on trying to understand the different openings that you might see. So a lot of the times, techniques like, for example, Americana is what we were working on last night. A lot of the times those techniques will start already in a position. So if someone's mounting me, I've already got my hands up, or they're doing something to get my hands up. So I'm trying to understand, what are the scenarios that would get you into this position, and I'm starting to see some of it. So, like, similarly, I worked on the trap and roll recently, where you're sort of going from being in the bottom of mount, trapping someone's arm and leg, and then rolling them over to get on top of the fight. You end up in guard, but if you pass their guard, then you're in mount. And from mount, then you can go for the Americana. So things like that, I'm trying to understand how all the pieces fit together, and sort of how you can start to flow them into each other. And I think that stuff is super interesting. Obviously, Aikido guy, so I think the flow of techniques and trying to be really smooth with your movements is something that maybe I'm focusing too much on. But I don't know, maybe not. The other thing I would say is, it's been great having just sort of a structured curriculum. We don't have a structured curriculum so much at Aikido, and knowing what we're going to work on, being able to see examples, being able to learn the names of different things beforehand. It's awesome. So that's where I'm at. What are my goals, I guess, would be a good thing to talk about too. I would really like to try to get my blue belt in 2 years. So that would be June 2027. And if we're able to get our blue belt by then, radical. If not, then that's okay. It takes time. It's a process and other stuff happens. Right now I'm training 3 to 4 times a week in the Combatives program at the place I'm training at. There is, let's see, I want to say right now we have between 4 and 5 sessions available per week. So I'm really trying to get my volume and frequency up so that I can, get through a lot of the combatives classes, because those programs you have to do a certain number of courses before you can move up to the reflex development and then actually start rolling. So I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm learning a lot. I'm trying to take in all the information I can. I'm really trying to sponge up. I think a risk for me is I have a tendency, once I hit a certain point in my sort of learning curve with different things, to start to have trouble focusing in on things and keeping my focus on the right things. So what I mean by that is I start to compare a lot to other folks and their progression or their ability, and by focusing too much on that and the gap between what they can do and what I can do, I tend to really cheat myself and not train as well. I tend to not perform as well. So those are a couple things that I definitely have a little bit of sensitivity, a little bit of an eye out for, because I know that I have a tendency to struggle with that. The other piece is that, I have a busy schedule. I have probably overcommitted myself in a lot of places. And so trying to, stay on top of that and maintain a healthy level that is repeatable week over week is another thing that I'm really focused and sensitive about, because I know with Aikido and with other practices in the past, I sort of struggled to stay consistent. So that's what's on my mind right now in terms of my jiu-jitsu journey, and I'm really looking forward to my next class, because it's positional control, which should be pretty fun. I like things where I get to deploy my hips, because I am pretty good at that, or at least I have experience doing that, and so I feel comfortable doing that. So looking forward to it. I'm going to check in a week and see where I'm at and post it. So yeah, I am looking forward to revisiting this in a couple years to see if I followed through and got my blue belt. Thanks.